Here we are for 6th lesson. Today just technical. I don't know if I make her sing, have no idea. I want to do 45-50 minutes really technical. She had the gig and it was not a good place but a fantastic place to try something. She tried to remain connected. She tried to choose what we found together and to use that and not get back in defensive on what she used to do, to be sure and to avoid the stress somewhere. I think she did it. Yeah. Here she is. No. Oh, sorry. My electric charge is out now. I'm really bad on that things. Truly musician am I, isn't it? Now you can leave the chair there. I did put the chair there on purpose.
Okay.
On purpose. Okay, but not where you have to. No, yesterday we had fun in the flat.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life I started painting on a very nice paper. The
Yeah.
paper fantastic, I'm really destroying it, but okay. Just like that. Well, I want from you. Yes. E brr. E brr. E brr. E brr. If you do too much with your support when you start, you will not have enough elasticity to do after.
Alright.
Well, E.
No.
E. You're doing too much. You're overdoing.
Alright.
You want too much pressure. Don't remember all that pressure.
Okay.
E. Why do you use your belly just before singing? Because you think you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? No reason.
No
So
reason.
don't use it.
Okay.
Just try in your mind to do what I've done. Not to perceive what you had to do to obtain something last week. This is something that we do sometimes. When we find new things, very often we try to rationalize what were the perceptions, and not exactly the gesture, but the perceptions while you are doing something will change, because the perception on the starting point will be very huge, even if you are doing a slight thing, and then the same thing, to have the same perception, you have to push more. And if you do more, you're not doing what you were doing. So if you're doing something else, it's normal that something else will come out. So it's a problem of perceptions very often in voice, not of gestures. Perceptions are always not reliable. We must have a kind of other sense to understand what we are exactly doing, and what we are doing very often is not what we are thinking we are doing, what we are perceiving we are doing, not on voice. So she's overdoing with the belly. I've asked that? No. Somewhere she's convinced that it's better. No. Okay? She has another way too. If I do, you just take back on the starting point. The starting point is the 0 point. You just sing. You control that your umbrella doesn't go out, but you just sing, you do nothing. And you control. And eventually, you do something. But don't do just to do. You will lose exactly what you are doing, and you will be out of balance, and you will never understand what is the 0 point. We always start from the 0 point in a concert, because you can't have so much tension to be put all the time in another place. So we work to have the 0 point correct for your voice, not to be stressed into a position and something, and then to correct not to have a very bad 0 point, but you all the time manage to do other things and to start from that. You will never do a concert, you will never do a career really, because it's too much stress and too much artificial to do that and to think about that. So it's better to have a correct 0 point. And you let down in the 0 point. You accept what it is. And you work to have it better, not to have another one.
Mm-hmm.
For her it's difficult, that. I think it's one of the crucial points, isn't it? Start understanding you a bit, just a little, very little.
Alright.
E brrr. E brrr. Simply.
Much better.
Oh, of course. Now don't overdo. Don't try. No, you take when it's like that. You take 1 second. You have the tendency to do something. You wait, and so you choose.
Okay.
If you don't wait or you try to avoid that, no. If you overdo, you will automatically do that. What we don't want is to act on that, not to avoid it.
Yeah.
So you do your gesture, and quite fastly, the automatic will go away. But we don't mind automatic. We mind what we do. Now don't think that you have to stop what you're overdoing. Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. Really easy. Really on that. Be really cool with yourself. Okay? I'll do it back. So you have something on which you say, first to say, okay, I want that.
Alright.
And you wait. And now you go. Don't overdo with that value, thank you. Don't worry. This is the bridge. In here she doesn't want to work on the support. I want to have the perfect bridge on the support in the register passage. Okay? No. Don't overdo to avoid the bridge.
Okay.
Don't overdo, please. Just go. Exactly. Did you find exactly in the point you required? It was nearly there.
Yeah.
You don't have to put more strength there.
Okay.
Just more precision,
Yeah.
not more strength. If you put more strength, okay, you will obtain, but you will not close this bridge.
Yeah.
We want to close this bridge, okay?
Okay.
Not to avoid that the other feel and hear that it's not closed. You want it closed. I know you've heard into yourself what I was doing. Don't worry, you will find it. Don't look for it to do it.
Okay.
Because it must be automatic. No, don't do it.
Right.
Because you did it with the voluntary ones. We want with the involuntary ones. No. You can be wrong. Doesn't matter. You can be wrong. So you can work on precision and not on performance. If you work on performance, you will never be able to find it easy and really steady. You will put something, you will overdo again. Really cool. I don't want it.
Okay.
Not the belly out. Cool, but not sleeping. And that's it. I did softer than you thought. You find it with more strength, but to start it softer. Okay? It's more gentle somewhere.
Yes.
As before. Not the tiger.
Alright.
Not the tiger now. Exactly. But the didn't choke the bridge. Do again. Don't change the first.
Alright.
No, with the belly. She did with the belly. Haha. Do it again. I'll give you back. Try to see if you can hear that.
Yeah.
It's gentle, it's a little more inside, it's a little more structured, and it does that, not.
Yeah.
It's a stretching.
Okay.
Don't get everything down. No. You have to find back there. It's there, and it has to make a stretching tower up. It has to go up while something else is going down.
Okay.
That's your problem. It's difficult and it's absurd to feel something that you have to push to go up, while something else you perceive is getting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I always say that it's like quantum physics and not Newton physics. It's not that simple and direct and just one. No, it's some absurd things together, but I have one nature and one sense. the electrons have one nature. We can't, with our perceptions and feelings, to think that they are one, but they are one. It's us that creates the two categories in which we see them, but they are one. Vocal gesture is one. You perceive opposite things, you perceive absolute things, you perceive complex things, but they are just one thing.
Yeah.
So we stop to wanted one thing in the perceptions, and we learn to play with those all the time, and so we can sing really, really well.
Yeah.
So don't worry, it's normal.
Okay.
Okay, and the first gives the pattern to make very clear what you're doing after, because this after will be useful for many things.
Yeah.
So we wanted the after direct, but the first two put the conditions that this is fundable, controllable, and workable in precision. So it's normal that you don't find it. Do you feel that? And if you see, I'm not pushing like last week, because at the end I was pushing to go over a wall of thinking about how to do things and how to solve things. When this wall is not there anymore, I don't have to push, because we are just working on precision. So when I push, it's just because it's normal to push there, and it's normal that, and it's physiological that you have this wall. It's also normal that we get over the wall. That sometimes is a fear, sometimes it presents itself as a, I'm totally blocked, I can't understand, I don't remember what you asked me. I know perfectly you remember. You are not, you don't have the perception that you remember, but you remember. So when I push, it's just to say, okay, you don't have to remember in that way. You can remember in another way, because I know perfectly it's perfectly reliable after, and it's so easy and so nice that why to remain with the wall, sincerely. So I just push for a wall, not for work, okay?
Okay.
Active with the low part.
All right.
Thank you. And that's it. It's not precise in the notes yet, but that's it. Don't start as a contralto. No, must be legato. You have to find it in the legato. Not with the glutes.
Yeah.
Thank you. The left is one this time, not the right. You're starting using the left.
Yeah.
You discovered the left during the gig.
Yeah.
You said, oh, I've got a left side, I can use it.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the gig?
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt you had such an energy.
Yeah.
During.
It was fun. I mean,
It was not a good place.
No.
But you
It's a terrible place.
it was yeah, but it was better to try, no?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
It was okay, so I can really
Yeah.
try to.
Yeah. So at the end, I finished like.
Yeah,
It
remember?
was so-
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
upset.
Okay. I'm
Whatever.
done.
It was whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
But she did not do the variations that she did in the last lesson.
Yeah.
I would have liked it, if I have to say. But
The next time.
exactly. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tonight.
Perhaps, why not?
Yeah.
We find a place and you offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to do it.
Okay.
You must be active down.
Right.
If you get too much horizontal, you get too much as a contralto. Okay?
Okay.
I want you the bridge of a mezzo soprano. And then we will put more strength on. Ah, that's it.
All right.
You start understanding what I want from you, and where I'm getting you, and it's something that you
Yeah.
start wanting. The other kind of thinking about. Okay? This
Okay.
kind of, no.
Okay.
The other brain used to do that. Don't push.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. You're looking for it. Exactly, but it was a little too much from up with the
Yeah.
muscles, okay?
Yeah.
Don't be hypertonical down.
Yeah.
That, all must sing. All. So don't push somewhere, but no. It is that exactly. You have to look exactly for that.
Yeah.
It is a really something very strong you have to do with something very soft.
Yeah.
You must do both.
Yeah.
Okay? In both it's a boom, just the note. If you are hypertonical under, it will be impossible. Under, I mean from here to there,
Yeah.
to the feet. No. Thank you. Did I put more back or more front?
You.
Yeah,
More front.
exactly. Is it really front outside
Yeah.
or front inside? What did you perceive? I have no idea.
No. I
That's
think-
that's what it's like in me, okay? It is in front, but it is into the diaphragm, the half of the diaphragm, something like inside there, okay? You get from your stomach inside something like that. Can I say one hand inside, toward the back,
Alright.
and there you find it. No, don't go downward, because you know just to put the diaphragm downward. No, no, it has to be to contract that. You felt it.
Yeah.
Don't make it related with all the other muscles, okay?
Okay.
Because it's by itself. I know it's strange, we can use it. We can find it and use it. That's the true challenge in teaching the voice. Go. Start normally, don't start from there.
Okay.
If you start from there, you're a soprano.
Okay.
You just put what needs from a soprano to close really very well the passage. Don't use the volume, not now. You are yet using the volume, even if you don't know, because you'll find your sound exactly straight where it has to be. So you're yet using it. Why? Because your brain is intelligent. Remember that with that, it was good, so it will just do.
Yeah.
But it will not turn you all the time. I'm doing that to have your sound. No.
No.
It's like when you run. When you run well, you're not thinking all the time of what the foot is. It becomes something in which the brain tells you when you're doing something wrong, not when you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So, with the voice, it's the same thing. We selection the right things, we control that they are really acting. We don't use them and we don't do all the time, because we will not have the place to do the music, to do something else, or to have the freedom. We create freedom. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't create another prison
Yeah.
of muscles.
Yeah.
We put ourselves in some prisons to create the muscles, and then it's freedom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You start understanding. No, you do. Exactly. Something is moving here.
Yeah.
Really strong. And now I want. Yes. Don't lose the position.
Yeah.
Okay. Here also, do you feel that you will still have another bridge?
Yeah.
And you want to avoid it?
Yeah.
I don't want you to avoid it. Ooh, two things together.
Yeah.
You realized.
Yeah.
It started from the back and then you had the support blend in the register. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We all the time change the quantity of support and appoggio, and we blend them together. That's what you didn't realize we can do. Ah! No, my position's not my sound.
Okay.
Never my sound.
Okay.
No. My so bad sound is her positions. So for my voice, it's totally impossible what I'm doing. For her, it's perfect.
Yeah.
She knows, and we do sometimes that. Yeah, I know. No. You know perfectly when you start, you're not getting precisely there. You say, I'm close to, not precise but close. No, I want you there. That's it. It's easier.
Yeah.
Simply, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay? It's, what the hell, why am I doing that in that way? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. It's exactly how it works in voice.
Okay, yeah.
We train like that. Sometimes they say, no, it's luck. No, it's diaphragm. When it seems luck, it's diaphragm. Why? Because it's involuntary, so and you can't perceive him working. And luck is sometimes, I don't know, one time per year. You can't have that luck all the time on all the notes. It's impossible. No, I want mine. You don't know. I know I'm live. I do that all the time. Sorry, because I start relaxing as if I was not alive. They start having the idea of how can be the lessons. Yeah. Sometimes we laugh as crazy.
Yeah.
Very stupid. Very silly. No. I want both.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I want mine.
Okay.
You want to? I don't want to do that deed like that. I know. I will have you. I'm sorry. Well, that's the parody.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's more support.
Yeah.
It's the perfect balance in between support and appoggio. It's not just support or just appoggio, okay? Don't try to. Oh, that's it, the support.
Yeah.
Okay? It brings that connection that you want, that strong connection that you want, but very precise inside.
Yes.
Okay? Don't try to do without that support. It will be awful.
Yeah.
Then you can't do voluntary.
Okay.
You can't just put.
No.
You will never reach the diaphragm, you will never activate the diaphragm. Exactly, you do exactly what you didn't want to, and it's there. Simply. You can't do another thing.
Yes.
You can't think in another way if you want diaphragm. Okay? Don't try to. It's like the D, the high D.
Okay.
Don't try. Exactly, but like mine now. I didn't use more back. That's it. Ah. Ah. Don't. These will not have the same perception. These will have the perception to be really, really, really light in the throat. Okay.
Okay.
No, you can't put it horizontal. No. Exactly. This is the passage. For a little time you lose the sensation of horizontal in the passage. I know. Don't avoid it. Don't avoid it. Okay? Yeah, I wanted that. One of the classical set rings ones.
Okay.
Not the belly, get down, get out. Don't the belly get out.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't the belly get out. No, how was it? You have to breathe in with the nose, with a little stretching inside. Do you remember the cat stretching?
Yeah.
This I will do a tutorial for the cat stretching, it's really nice. And you just suspend the breathing in.
Yeah.
And you wait. And then you start.
Okay.
Okay? So you will have the muscles really at the 0 point correct.
Alright.
If you start breathing out, you will have the position of breathing out and it will not be correct to sing. So that's the point. We always breathe in and we suspend the breathing in. The apnea we do, and the suspension to have the attack of the voice, it's in the suspension of the breathing in, not of the breathing out. Doesn't mean that you have to breathe in a lot. Never. You breathe in for the shape of the note that you want, of the sound that you want. If you breathe in too much, you will have a different kind of color. And too much will be also too much pressure there, okay? And too much stiffness. Yeah. So you just breathe in as to have your posture and you suspend. Breathe in. You suspend. And now you go. The second one. Exactly. Is it working exactly where I wanted before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it more clear than the last week? Yeah. Is it possible to activate it? Yes. Is it possible to get fast? Yes. Why?
Because I'm using my diaphragm.
Sorry?
Because I'm using my diaphragm.
Okay. How are done the muscular fibers of the diaphragm? Do you know that we have in the muscles fast fiber and slow fibers?
Yeah.
So in the diaphragm we have, and we also fast fibers and slow fibers.
Yes.
Did you have the speed when you arrived to me?
No.
Okay. So in the diaphragm, do you know where there are the fast fibers and the slow fibers homogeneously put, and how can I say, are they in all the diaphragm equally homogeneously shape put into diaphragm, the slow and the fast? No. As Franco Fussi, that is very renowned phoniatrist, sorry, in English is phoniatrist, from Italy, he told me that in the diaphragm we have more slow fibers in the back and more fast fibers in the front.
Yeah.
And the support is in the front. So the support basically, it's the working of the fast fibers of the diaphragm with the transversus abdominis. It's just that. That's why we have to do some things very fast. We can't do very fast if we don't have a correct height of the larynx in the throat. Because if we get fast before that we can do copertura and the turning on, we will really strain the voice. And we will do something really impossible. That's why I do masticato lama before. And I always teach Soffietti before. Because Soffietti doesn't ask an effort into the vocal folds and will teach you to have the support, the fast support, even before the sound.
Yeah.
So you will have something to relate to use that. And if you can't do masticato di lama, the lama chew, okay? What I did put it was quite fun. You find it in the tutorials. Yeah, I made also Halloween way. Yeah, because sometimes
funny.
I don't know if it was funny, but
and scary at the same time.
scary. Now, if you can't do the masticata lama, you will not be able to do those with the correct support, because there it will be stuck.
Yeah.
But that's why you perceive in the front and the part of the diaphragm with the fast fibers that gets to the back, but not exactly the back. Okay?
Okay.
Breathing in and suspension, please. No, you did not suspend it. Wait, and now. Get back down. The first was correct, the second no. No. That's correct. Suspension, and now. Now the second is incorrect. Try to be more precise. Don't get it down on the first. Not with the throat. Not with the pressure, the second, thank you. Exactly. You feel a discontinuity.
Yeah.
And a little stab into the throat. That's correct.
Okay.
When you find that, it's always correct.
Okay.
For baby, baby, baby of Prince, you have to look for that.
Bye.
You really want to sing that song, isn't it? And then yesterday she realized that she wanted to sing in a different way a song that she loves from Sia.
Yeah.
We will do in the, I think we will work on Monday.
Yeah.
And eventually we work on live and Prince on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how you start.
Okay.
Just mechanical. You breathe in, you suspend, and you start.
Sure.
Don't try to perceive too much. Now you're perceiving the support. Don't perceive the support. Ignore it. It will work for you. It will work for you. It doesn't if you push. You have to trust it.
Okay.
Trust it. No, trust. It is the part of the diaphragm that you remember that we did unblock this part.
Yeah.
It was also emotionally moving.
Yeah.
Because always when we unblock a part, a muscular part, it has an emotional reaction. But it goes away quite fast, and at the same time, it's not so much importance, and it doesn't remain there. And it's just a reaction because it was blocked. And trust it. I know that you can't perceive it. It's too soon for you to perceive completely. But it's there. Even if you don't perceive it, it will work for you. Yeah, trust it. No. It's in the whole of perception.
Okay.
Behind your stomach, you feel really a hole, you say, I've got a hole there, I've got nothing. No, you've got something. Suspend it, and then go. That's it. That's it. I can't put my finger, you know? You're plenty, so there must be something. But it's something that, the one that has to work, so it's there. Trust that it's there. Same thing. And it's the last three, and then we go to an next position. Yeah, it's Saturday also for us. Breathe in. Suspend. And now, no, don't push there.
Yeah.
Trust it. Trust it. Go. Nearly. I want to step in the middle. No, don't from the outside. Not from the outside. No. Just trust it. Don't push it.
Okay.
That's it. That's one. Don't push it. Don't push it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just concentrate not to avoid it.
Alright.
You didn't trust. Go again. Now. Go. Nearly. You don't want the stab. I want the stab on the second. Etc. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Try to do that. That can be nice. And have a lovely Saturday, as I think we will have.